Alrighty everyone, welcome back to another episode of Yammie, Noob. Look at this production value we got going on here. We are seriously improving our game week in and week out. And giveaway FTR, did you miss that? There's no way you missed that. Anyways, today we're talking about 7 things that I see noob riders doing that just completely outs them as noob riders. Now, keep in mind, this is some stuff that even veteran riders tend to do that will make other people think that they are in themselves a bit of a noob rider. Now, why are we talking about this today? Number 1, it's kind of fun and silly, and we're just having fun here on the channel. And number 2, perception is important. So if you want to look like a more experienced motorcyclist, do the right things, and actually have people perceive you to be a knowledgeable and experienced motorcyclist, then definitely don't do these silly things we're going to talk about today. Some of these are a bit dangerous, some of them are silly, but let's get into it with the first item on today's list. All right, the first thing I see people doing, and it drives me absolutely crazy. This seriously is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to motorcyclists on the street. It's people who ride with their heels on the pegs and their feet dangling to the side like they're little ducklings. This drives me absolutely up a wall when I see motorcyclists rolling down the highway. It's almost always some street squid with an R6 or a Gixxer 750, just heels on the pegs and feet dangling. It is just so sad. Now, why is this so bad or weird or noobish? Well, the first thing you will learn when you actually learn how to ride a motorcycle is to ride on the balls of your feet. No matter if you ride enduro, motocross, track days, street style, anything you're doing, flat track racing, the balls of your feet give you the most commanding stance and the most athletic ability over your motorcycle. There's a reason why in most coaching programs for like soccer or any other sports, they always say pick up your feet, because you want to be on the balls of your feet. That's the easiest and most athletic stance to be in. Yes, it's a little more tiring because you're actually engaging muscles and you're not just sitting there relaxed, but you should be in a more athletic and more capable position on your motorcycle. You shouldn't be dangling your feet out there. Oh my God, it drives me insane. That's the number 1 pet peeve I have when I see riders rolling around the street with their little feet dangling out like that. It is just so sad to see. Second up on today's video is people riding without a hydration backpack or some sort of hydration pack in general. This is actually a really dangerous thing to do in my opinion, especially if you live in a hotter climate like we do here in Austin, Texas, or maybe you're out in California in the canyons having a hot day in the saddle. Riding without water is a very quick way to drain your focus, become more tired more quickly, and not get your body the fluids that it needs. Now, it's very simple to ride with the water backpack. All you gotta do is order one up and literally just ride with it. We actually sell some on YN Moto. If you click the link down below, you can actually see we sell a USWE backpack that has a hydration system already embedded into it. I wear it when I ride. I have 3 different water backpacks because I'm so obsessive about hydration. I'm a big advocate of drinking water in general, but more so, especially if you ride in a hot climate and are having a hot and long day in the saddle. It's super, super important to stay hydrated when you're out on a big ride. So the number 1 thing I see as well for noob riders is riding without a hydration system. It's not gonna be a wise idea to have a super long day in the saddle and not actually be hydrated. You're gonna lose your focus. Like I said, it's just not gonna be a good time. So just get a water pack back. Very simple. The next step on today's list that I see noob riders doing a bunch and very often, and this is often in parking lots, it's this wibbly wobbly waddling thing that beginners tend to do. Now, I think it's great while you're learning in the very early stages to get both of your feet down and waddle your motorcycle if you're not super comfortable with actually just keeping one foot down or keeping no feet down and actually piloting the machine. It's gonna save you a drop, and it's always better to have both your feet down if you are like in the very early stages and trying to become more confident on your bike. In your MSF course, they're actually gonna teach you how to do this. They're gonna have you sit on the bike, put both your feet down, let out the clutch a little bit, and just walk the bike. That's how you first start learning what the bike's gonna feel like as it moves through time and space. Now, after your first couple of months of learning how to ride, you should definitely start lessening this waddling behavior You're going to want to be much more confident on the pegs of your motorcycle, actually using clutch control and rear brake to guide it through slow speed stuff. Am I saying that is it ideal to never put a foot down and always have your feet up on the pegs? No, we all get lazy sometimes and we do waddle here and there a little bit, but the less amount of time you're spending waddling, the better it's going to be for you as a rider, and people are not going to make fun of you. Then remember, one thing I don't want to see you guys doing is waddling at traffic lights. Keep at least one foot on the peg of your bike ready to go at all times when you're actually out there in traffic and not in a parking lot situation. You don't want to be waddling around in traffic. It doesn't make you look good. Don't waddle, guys. It's a bad idea. Today's video is brought to you by Manscaped. They are our longest term partner, and that is for good reason. We've been partnered with them for so long, in fact, that we've seen 2 different product iterations on their flagship lawnmower product. We've introduced you guys to the Lawnmower 4.0, but the latest and greatest in men's grooming, and they've now got the Performance Package 4.0 to back that up. It's an all-in-one kit that you pick up and be assured that your precious family jewels will stay sparkling. And best of all, Manscaped won't give you the hairless cat treatment for your junk. You can easily fit different guards to achieve different lengths because going full arrow is only acceptable in certain conditions. 8 in 10 partners prefer a trimmed and clean downstairs situation, so pick up the Performance Package and take the guesswork out of your personal care. I've seriously used my Manscaped trimmer for over 3 years now, and I'm proud to stand by their products. Hit the link down below and get yourself 20% automatically added to your order. No discount codes or anything like that. Your balls will truly thank you, my dudes. Now let's get back to the video. All right, the next thing I see noob riders doing, and this is a very, very important one to not forget, it's riding around with your helmet not strapped up. I have seen some newer riders riding around and their actual helmet straps are just dangling in the back of the wind there. The best thing you want to do is to make sure that your safety equipment is actually fastened and ready to use. You could be wearing the top end Arai Corsair X, whatever you want to be wearing, but if it's not actually buckled up, it's not going to do you any good and will actually eject off your head very easily, and then you will die. It's a terrible thing. I've actually seen it happen at CMRA events where a guy didn't have his buckle done all the way, helmet popped off, his head then looked like a strawberry. So don't be like that guy. Make sure that you keep your helmet buckled up. Do not let the straps be flowing in the back of the wind. Buckle up your helmets, guys. Holy crap, it's seriously so dangerous to not do so. The next thing I want to talk about, and I see this one a lot with newer riders, is they've got a bunch of flashy mods. They've got an exhaust, rim tape, stickers, all this stuff, but then their bike is still rocking spent OEM rubber. Now, I'm not gonna denigrate or judge any rider for putting fun mods on your bikes. You guys do whatever you want to do with your motorcycles. It's a lot of fun to modify them, even though some of those mods are not really doing anything and kind of a waste of money, but there's another video for that if you want to. They're on the Yammie Noob channel. But the big thing I see is riders not investing in their rubber. Now, rubber is one of the most important things on a motorcycle. It's literally the only thing touching the ground, and it is actually a massive improvement going from spent OEM rubber to a high quality tire that you can trust. If you're going from like a Dunlop OEM tire to a proper like Bridgestone S22 or a Q3 or maybe something more touring oriented like a Pilot Row 5, you're gonna see a massive difference in the way the bike feels, handles, stops, and goes. So maybe forego some of the rim tape and the stickers and the levers from Amazon and all the other crap you guys wanna put on your bikes, and think a little bit about the actual rubber that you're putting on your motorcycle, because better tires are seriously some of the best bang for buck you can get on a bike. The next thing I want to talk about, and it's related to those dangling feet we mentioned earlier, it's wearing sneakers while you ride. I personally think that anytime I see a motorcyclist wearing sneakers instead of a proper motorcycle boot, I just can't help but think that that's a person who has just got it started with motorcycles and has not done enough research to realize that wearing a proper boot is absolutely essential when it comes to riding a bike. Not only is riding around in sneakers pretty uncomfortable, it's actually a lot more dangerous than riding with a proper motorcycle boot. I covered this in a video not too long ago, basically saying that street squids needed to stop this kind of behavior, but I really don't want to see you guys riding around in sneakers, man. That is so dangerous, it's so uncomfortable, and for not a lot of money, you can get a proper motorcycle boot with proper protection as well. On the YN Moto store as well, we've got many boots that are some of our best-selling items. They've got simple ankle protection. They are a vast improvement over the pair of Vans you're wearing while you're riding around your bike right now. Seriously, don't wear sneakers when you ride. It's a terrible idea, and that's a very quick way to spot an entry-level rider or just a basic street squid. The last item on today's list, and one that you guys will surely enjoy because I'm unfortunately a victim of this noob behavior, and so is Spite if you've seen our videos, it's leaving your blinkers on. A lot of you might not know this because you may not ride a motorcycle just yet, but motorcycles do not have self-canceling indicators like cars do unless you're on a Harley. For some reason they have those. But on most motorcycles, you have to actually cancel and hit the button yourself to get the indicator to stop blinking one way or another. So it's very easy to forget to cancel your indicator after you've made a left or right turn, and then you're sitting there with your blinker just flashing as you're going down the road, and everyone is confused as to whether or not you are actually going to change lanes or turn or do anything ever. So don't be a noob rider and leave your blinker on while you're just coasting down the road. It is a much better thing to just constantly practice the behavior of canceling your indicators. That's gonna help you get in the mindset of canceling those indicators. But with all that being said, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Those are 7 things that I think out you as a noob rider. What did you think? Do you do any of these things? Have you seen other riders doing them? Let me know down in the comments down below. And also, feel free to put something else down there that you think noob riders also do. I'm sure I missed a couple of them. And we'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Hey! Great seeing you here. Didn't think I'd see you back at the end of another Yammie Noob video. Yes, this video is actually over, but if you hit this link over here, you can keep watching Yammie Noob. Leave me a comment on this one and that one if you don't mind. Let me know if you liked it or hated it, and then maybe we can make the videos better. Keep improving, right?